Janet and John. John goes sailing. Today is a lovely sunny day, so John is going out for a sail on his boat. Do you think the Golden Rivet is a funny name for a boat? John puts on his best sailing clothes, a pink blazer with fake medals and gold braid, a white frilly shirt with a blue cravat, blue trousers with silver stripe down the side, a white peaked cap. Janet wants to go to the fish market, so she gives John a lift to the boatyard. Do you know how to be a nuisance with a telescope? John does. When they arrive at the boatyard, Janet says, "I'll pick you up at 3, don't be late." "I won't," says John. John sees Mrs. Woodrow. "Hello, Mrs. Woodrow," says John. What a little swine he is. "Are you going sailing today?" Mrs. Woodrow says, "Yes, I'm just waiting for my husband to bring the tender. Would you like me to take you out to your boat?" "Oh, yes, please," says John. And Mrs. Woodrow says, "We'll have to be careful today. There are lots of people out on jet skis. The new Commodore of the Yacht Club, Sir Gerald Boys, calls them the Romford Navy." I must introduce you to his wife, Marjorie. She has a great interest in church organs. She's quite a busy lady, but she usually has Wednesdays free, if you're interested. "Oh, yes, please," says John. Soon Mr. Woodrow arrives with the tender and takes John out to his boat. Mrs. Woodrow says, "If you're back by 2:30, we'll pick you up as well." Kind Mrs. Woodrow. See John sitting on his boat. John does not like to sail too far in case he gets lost. So he goes round and round in the harbour until he gets giddy. And then he gets his telescope out and shouts out things like, "Ahoy!" and "Avast!" until he has a sore throat. What fun. When John is quite tired of getting giddy and shouting, he takes his boat back to the mooring and plays with his telescope. John sees Mrs. Woodrow again in her dinghy. Mrs. Woodrow shouts to John that Mr. Woodrow has put the tender away by the breakwater for the day, but he's asked the harbour master to pick them up in a tug. Mrs. Woodrow and John get a lift back to the dock with the harbour master. See John get out his telescope again. John waves goodbye to Mrs. Woodrow and the harbour master and hops and skips out to the car park to meet Janet. Soon Janet arrives in the car, and Janet says, "Did you have a nice time, John?" And John says, "Yes, I saw Mrs. Woodrow. She was going out for a sail too, but she said she wouldn't mind picking me up on the way back. Mr. Woodrow had left her tender down by the groin, so we had to make do with a tug on the way back." She said, "I should arrange to meet her on Wednesdays when she's nothing on, and told me that if I wanted, she could introduce me to lady boys." Sorry, lady boys. Do you know how to keel-haul someone on dry land? Sorry. It's getting worse, isn't it? It is getting worse.